what has captured your attention in the news this week? It's been a crazy news week in many respects, some of which has just been overshadowed by Weiner in some way. And give me your
It has
sense.
been, yes. It's been amazing. I mean, it's been Wienerama here in New York City. I mean, if y'all around the country are sick of it, imagine what it's like for us here. Which is fun to some degree. I mean, the weather here was so disgusting last week. Huma Abedin was defending it. But it's amazing to me. First off, I respect that it's a ratings-driven media.
Right.
And in ratings-driven media, you got to go for the eyeballs, and that's just the commercial reality. And yet, to see a guy who had the first sex scandal with no sex, who is probably never going to have sex again, is not having any sex right now, and the media keeps demanding he pull out. That's really the level we're dealing with now in American news. And what we tried to do on my show last night, we had Juan Cole on to discuss his piece on Anthony Weiner's record. Because a lot of people, don't really mind that Carlos Danger enthusiastically supported the Iraq war. They're just angry about the sexting. And for, Palestinians and Palestinian Americans, they already know about Anthony Weiner's record on Palestine and how really defiant of logic he's been. The guy, he was in Congress 12 years, passed one bill, and really the most telling thing about him I've learned from all the congressmen we have on our show, nobody wants him. No Democratic congressman has endorsed him, and they're all big Christine Quinn fans. So it's kind of sad, and I do think it's a legitimate story. I do think that for women, any woman with a computer knows what creepy male online behavior is like. And it's, New Yorkers will forgive a sinner, but they will not forgive a serial lying BS artist. And
yeah, I think that's the
he's
thing
gonna
about that.
get
I mean, to a large extent, I've largely avoided it just because. Well, one, it's just the guy is there's some major pathology there that I find problematic. But I also just never particularly saw him as a guy who was going to do much other than preen. And there's definitely value for that
there really is.
in the
A lot
House.
of people forget Anthony Weiner was the loudest defender and proponent of single-payer health care in the Congress for a long time. And progressives learned to love him because he was on MSNBC every night being an attack dog. And Pelosi may not like the guy, but I have no doubt he raised a lot of money for the party.
Yeah, and also I think he did a good job at least carrying that message. And there's certainly value in there, but he doesn't strike me as a guy I want running the city. And but for that matter, I'm not a big fan of Christine Quinn's. But
yeah, well. I think the best thing we can say, he's certainly helping Elliot Spitzer this week. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He's making Elliot look fantastic.
Indeed. But I'm not even clear, frankly. I don't know. Maybe there's this has been a ratings boon, but I for the life of me, last night, like Chris Matthews is now going on bringing on multiple psychiatrists onto the show. To break down, it's we've sort of gone through the looking glass on this stuff. It's just sort of
Well, it's really interesting, and again, this is exactly what we went through with Bill Clinton as well. And celebrities have groupies, and athletes have groupies, and political figures have groupies. That's a reality, but how you handle that is very different when you're a politician, when you're running for votes in the public trust. I do think it's all legitimate news. I really do, and it's about society as well. I mean, for all that Anthony Weiner's done, he hasn't done anything that's been directly, deliberately malicious or hostile to his wife. It's been selfish, it's been thoughtless, it's been hurtful. He hasn't actually tried to be malicious to his wife, whereas the American media really has, much in the way they were hostile to Hillary Clinton. And what I don't get is Huma Abedin, whatever you think of her, has done everything society tells women they're supposed to do. She stayed with her husband for better or for worse. She honored her wedding vows when he didn't. And she said in the press conference this week that she's sticking around in this marriage for herself, for her child, and for her family. It's really hard for me to understand how progressives or conservatives can, crap all over her for that. I do think if, like Mrs. Clinton, she harbors political ambitions, the irony is she's now been compared to Mrs. Clinton and likened to Mrs. Clinton so much that if she ever decides to run for office, the only way she could really do it would be if she divorced him and just created a whole new paradigm. And the wild card is maybe she just really loves the guy and wants to work it out.
Yeah, my feeling is like, whatever's going on in their marriage is their business. For me, the issue is just that the guy is so facile in lying that about stuff that I find him creepy, and just even beyond that, I just don't think that he has anything redeeming to offer as mayor. But yeah, I'm with you on this whole, the issue of his wife. I mean, in their marriage, that's for them. I mean, I don't know. I find the whole thing sort of.
If he became mayor, the Republican Party would use him to bludgeon the Democratic Party in a way that Democrats have not bludgeoned the Republicans for hanging on to David Vitter. I mean, the irony with this guy is if he had tortured someone, if he had taken a diaper fetish to the D.C. Madam, or if he had lied to his family and his constituents and used taxpayer funds to illegally see his girlfriend in another country, the GOP would be forced to defend him.
Yeah.
So it boggles the mind, but it does give one the impression that when it comes to sex scandals, the Democrats have a higher standard.